Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7 the T. And winter is coming, and I'm so broke I can't even afford toilet paper. That giant hotspot near or by New Zealand and Australia is concerning, to say the least. But hey, even though it's felt like spring in Texas the whole year, and pretty much December, winter is coming. We got a cold shot coming down from the Arctic that will fight with the Caribbean heat in our wave after wave pattern. And I'm guessing we will have one or two more cold shots after this, and then it'll just be summer. I've been hoping for some Texas snow days, but it's going to take a miracle. Yeah, you may get freezing down in Florida. We're talking Tuesday is the coldest of the cold. And I was mentioning Texas spring. Geoff Cornish, as we await the significant weather pattern change, a number of prime cities in the south central U.S. broke record highs today. On the other hand, Oregon tied its record low, initially set in 1917. Austin, Texas, Houston, Dallas, record highs set, dude. And I don't know, I give you the honest truth without any political bias BS. And it seems like 75% of the records that are broken are heat and 25 are cold. As I've always said, it's like the Earth is like a McDLT where the hot side is hot and the cold side is cold. And then those spots bob around like a lava lamp as our magnetic poles are a-changing and the whole solar system's changing. Pac Northwest is the people who are getting hit the hardest over the last month or two. Sandhya Patel, level 2 storm, moves in tomorrow a.m. Highest peaks in Bay Area will see snow. Winter storm warning, Lake County Hills, Sierra above 2,000. Hold off on mountain travel. Now, Sandhya Patel, rain timeline. Heavy rain hits during AM commute tomorrow. Here's an hour-by-hour look to help you prepare and keep safe. So we got some rain moving in to California. Taking another look at this storm. Beautiful view from MODIS Polar Orbiter showing the circulation in the clouds off the west coast that marks the storm that will bring snow and wind to a good chunk of the northern half of the nation to the weekend. Alberta has been in the negative 20s to negative 40s degrees all week, and it's starting to take its toll on otherwise hardy Albertans who could literally eat a frozen polar bear in one bite, poop it out, and never break stride as they're walking through the mountains in their snow boots going, "How boot that, you hoser?" Some dude was like, "I hate the moon." And Moon Pie was like, "Shut up." And then Congress was like, "Hey, let's take some steps to understand how to research and regulate cannabis." NOAA's saying 2019 saw record-setting warmth in the ocean. Ocean heat content was highest on record last year. And I would say, I bet a lot of that has to do with the volcanoes. And they will say, no, it is only carbon. And one time I was talking to a volcano scientist. I was like, how many volcanoes are erupting? They're like, there's too many to count. And I was like, oh, would counting carbon's real easy? Nathan the Nerd with his eye on hurricane season as the models continue to show what could be our first A storm of the year really early. And I think our atmospheric defense team is amazing, so we're not worried about it, but it is an interesting omen. And the Weather Network letting us know you can expect treacherous travel conditions as snow continues for Vancouver Island and the lower mainland through tonight and into Thursday morning. Michael Palmer letting us know that one of the coldest air masses this winter, which isn't saying much, plunges into southeast Monday, Tuesday, highs in the 30s and 40s, and low teens in the 20s. Freeze possible deep into Florida. Yeah, we're getting a cold shot, man. And then I bet we're going to get a hot shot after that. And then another cold shot. As solar wind continues to pour into Earth's atmosphere from the solar minimum we're now in. But we've entered solar cycle 25, so hopefully the solar maximum should be kicking up by real spring, March, April. Anthony Macelio is a super cool dude who got me aware of the giant mass by Australia. See, here's Australia, here's New Zealand, here's where all the fires were. Here's where the volcano erupted to kill people. And here's where there's a giant, mega, massive storm that's freaky deaky. Here he is trying to track the storm and what it will do. It shows it going by the New Zealand volcano and then just kind of evaporating at the equator, or I guess lower than the equator. Tyler Hamilton, going to be a rough go across Victoria the next several hours with damaging winds developing late Wednesday evening, gusts 70 kilometers. Victoria. So yeah, very hot, very cold. Climatology speaking. Scott Bachmeyer letting us know the RGB radar is cool, but look at this turn. Sorry, I tried to alliterate and I ended up using potty mouth words. But it's a butte. It is definitely a butte, man. And we have had a volcano eruption in Alaska. Everybody's getting in on the super cool action that this storm is providing on the radars. But yes, winter is coming. James Weiland, a little bit of a pattern change coming the next week, or should I say a 180 flip? LOL, hopefully you didn't pack any cold winter gear. Oh, you didn't pack it away, because winter is actually coming. I don't think it's going to last long, though. Although it'll be back for a little bit. Look at that. Bing, bam, boom. We got a healthy snow band moving through Puget Sound, some whitening sidewalks, and some roads possible through temperatures in many areas above freezing, tapering south to north later this afternoon. NWS Albany, winter weather advisory for 2 to 5 inches of snow across the western Androidax and southern Green Mountains remain in effect from 10 p.m. this evening through 7 p.m. Thursday. We're talking inches of snow for the snow weenies to fight about. Norman, Oklahoma, and the guy that was in The Shining. No, it was that one other movie. A winter weather advisory has been issued for parts of western and northern Oklahoma. The main concern is freezing rain, where areas may see up to 0.2 inches of ice. Keep an eye on the forecast the next couple days for any updates and take precautions if you travel in these areas. Seattle, you're getting wet, cold, and freezy. And you guys have had quite a bit of precipitation, snow, and rain already in the last 2 or 3 months. And yes, of course, this bomb cyclone is packing lightning strikes. At least Jesse Farrell's letting us know that. Stand up at attention, snow weenies. Eric Fisher's letting you know the next snow chance is late Saturday into Saturday night. Pretty good initial thump of snow, but moving very quickly with some mixing rain. Same thoughts for this one. General 2 to 6 for southeast to northwest. Odds of 3 to 6 shown here. Bobby Storm is like many watching this feature, where it goes and where it goes over the next couple of days. And you can see we have a lot of precipitation moving in from the equatorial electrojet line over Texas and such. Jacksonville, Mississippi, letting us know that of the lower 48s, they're the ones getting hit the hardest lately. A large chunk of the area experienced 2 to 5 inches of rainfall yesterday, with some isolated locations seeing 5+ inches. The overnight Euro is suggesting some heavier snow amounts, but I think the trend in the models has been for the heat to actually do more damage against the snow lately, but we'll have to see. But yeah, this is going to be a coast-to-coast storm, again, that kind of taps out and is out of the way by the weekend, and then followed by a whole bunch of cold. But Henry Mark City letting us know snow, ice, and flooding once again, with impacts over a third of the country. And the big story last night when I was on midnight duty was just fog everywhere. AccuWeather. Lots of people waking up to dense fog advisories. The gray. It was freaking everywhere, man. So the big stories are the fog and the 2 systems that will combine to create our big storm over the weekend. Got a couple of storms we're tracking. And no surprise, with a bunch of volcanoes popping off all over Earth, we got a true volcano dawn. Beth was talking about the fog in Indiana. Eric was talking about the fog in Hollow Creek. Chicago was talking about the fog in Chicago. Samantha D was talking about the fog in Dallas. Meredith was talking about the fog in Indiana. Gary was talking about the fog too. And since his name's Gary, I'm going to assume that he's in Indiana. Kim checked in too. Ohio was even like, damn, it's foggy. And you might be like, I bet Lakeland wasn't foggy, but no. Grant Gilmore letting us know Lakeland got fog too. But then Meredith was like, but beautiful, Colorado, cold, snow, no fog. Papa Tape on STFU. So what happens is the solar wind and coronal mass ejections go into the Earth through the auroras and then enter the core because it's a mini star, and then it produces magma and other things that you associate in the ground, and then that all pushes up as the Earth grows, creating volcanoes. Science won't tell you that because they're in the pocket of the oil industry. And Fred was like, dude, Georgia, we can't see shit. Drive safe. And one thing I definitely try not to do when I have $1 to my name is think about beautiful women. That's what I definitely try to do, not to do, to do. It's a cute dress, though. Well, I'm going to the chapel, and I'm going to show you the precipitation projections over the next 48 hours, where everybody's going to get a little bit of something, something. If you know what I'm talking about, the Pacific Northwest is going to be rainy or snowy for the majority of the time. California's getting in on the action. The beach is going to be up by Illinois, Minnesota. Texas, we're getting some rain, heavy rain too as well. And then Mississippi, Alabama, you got to be watching out as well. And then as this will move on to the northeast. And then we can debate about exactly how much snow we'll get in inches for every specific location. And spring starts early if I am looking at this stupid ass map. We have 153 rivers and flooding, including the major mass problems running from Chicago, St. Louis, down into Mississippi. And we got more precipitation coming in. And think if we only get 2 or 3 quick cold shots left, and then we're just straight into spring, summer, we're going to have some major, major, major problems this spring, man. Very super major. Oh, geez Louise. It's like my own personal dark night of the soul. Okay, so we were watching as there's our big storm of the week. So this would be now as that storm moves into the Pacific Northwest, causing some problems. It drags down its rain and snow in higher elevations. And then this is the Gulf and equatorial electrojet moisture. And then the two will combine as that moves north. And then as where your big fight for snow and ice begins. But look how the heat pushes up into the snow. I think it actually may do it a little more than the models. I mean, that's been the trend. That's all I'm trying to say. And then it's like almost a little atmospheric river that's going to be pushing way more problems into that problematic area we're talking about. And it's in 3 days from now. And then we get a day or two of rest, hopefully. And then boom, our next storm is back at it. I mean, this is a week from now. So we're going to get 2 storms in a week over those areas. And look at this. This is what I've been talking about. The models continue to show this major chunk of rain for the south and southeast, which will cause major problems. And then at the very end, it does this like, oh my God, that would be a big freaking problem, man. Especially if it's those same damn areas. You can see this would be the 29th. So this would imply we'd get like 10 days of cold, which I'm okay at this point. You know, I like the cold. But, you know, we don't trust anything super much 300 out, but we look at the patterns, and definitely Mother Nature is showing some nasty shit for the southeast in this spring-winter pattern. So you guys are cool. I love you. It's my own personal dark night of the soul. Again, after finishing, I did another video explaining the breakdown of the 1 month warning from the 15th to the 15th that I did. And traditionally, January's, the last 4 years have been the slowest fundraiser months, so I'm always a little behind. I gotta play catch up. So if anyone has appreciated any of the work I've done over the 7 years, last year, the last 30 days, or just looking forward to future work, or do you just love me or anything, toilet paper would be great. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Those are like instant. And then I got, you can send me letters in the mailbox. Those always cheer me up. I want to say thanks again to Caleb, Sean, Lee, Ann. You guys are awesome. Technically, $79 is the goal for the day of the next 48 hours because I got to pay for my editing program. And then I like to have food and stuff. But we'll see. Who knows, man? Who knows? 2020, it's an upgraded roller coaster. And the public has gotten better at being distracted by whatever chum the media throws into the water. Okay. Love you guys. I'm going to go back to praying to Jesus that I can pull out of this dark night of the soul. I did a great job warning everybody about the last month and then predicting all the shit would probably happen. Okay. I love you and I appreciate everyone. And that's what life is. It's ups and it's downs. And when I get down like this, that gives me so much room to be super happy when good shit happens. So hopefully the good shit's on the way. Everybody stay cool. Talk to you all soon. Peace out. God bless everyone.